Hey, welcome to ServiceNow Learning by Praveen Amin YouTube channel. So previously we done the discovery about the cloud discovery, so on discovery introduction and item introduction topics. Now we are going to discuss about the uh, discovery troubleshooting issues. This is a very most important interview question. At the same time, it's a real time. Every item analyst should know this information. Then only we can troubleshoot very easy way. Let's start. So today I will explain how I troubleshoot the ServiceNow discovery issues in a real-time environment. So whenever a discovery issue is reported, I follow a structured approach instead of directly checking the CMDB. Here, this is just my structural approach for the discovery troubleshooting. I start from the discovery run, then verify the mid server, ECC queue, credentials, classification, patterns, and finally validate the CA data in CMDB. So let's start. Here first start with the discovery. Discovery status. First, I open the discovery status record and verify whether the discovery job completed successfully. Here, I check the status of state, devices discovered, and errors and warnings duration. These concepts I will discover. If the status is completed, but there is no devices are discovered, it usually indicates a credential issue, network issue, or firewall restrictions. So mostly 70% of issues with the credential issues. Then check with the mid server. Check the mid server issues, mid server health. This one, second one. Because mid server is the heart of the ITOM. It's a heart of the discovery, heart of the event management, heart of the service mapping. So everything is depends on the mid server only. So second step is need to check with the mid server. First step, check with the discovery status, any logs, and then second step is check with the mid server. Under the discovery, mid servers are there. So here I verify the mid server status. So status should be up and validated should be yes. If the status is down, there may be issue with the mid server. So these two mid servers, the status is up and validated is yes. So it's a very good step. Here, if the mid server is down, the discovery commands cannot be executed on target devices. Then we can check with the status of the why it's down. In that cases, we can check with the mid server issues. Here version compatibility issues could not be determined. So in this case, we can check with the mid server logs. Next one, check with ECC queue. ECC is the queue is the main communication channel for the discovery to the mid server. So then after confirming with the mid server issue are healthy, I check with the ECC queue. We can check ECC queue by ECC underscore queue dot list. So everything will be stored in the here ECC queue. So it's a ECC queue is the communication channel between the ServiceNow and mid server. Here I verify the whether records is struck in ready, process, or error conditions. Here all states are processed. So in case of any error conditions, we can open with that errors. Ready. So here there is no errors. So we can run the filter condition. State is okay. Ready. Or else state is processed. Yeah, it's everything is fine. And if there is any large number of stuck records, so it usually indicates a mid-server communication problem. Then check with credentials. Here, discovery. Under the discovery, you can open with the credentials. Here, I verify the credentials used for the discovery. Here, what I need to check? Check the Windows credentials, SSH credentials, SNMP, authorization, or Windows basic authorization, VMware credentials. These we can check. So most discovery failures occur because of the authentication issues, such as wrong password, account lockouts, or insufficient permissions. These are the main issues with the credentials. Then check with the device history by device discovery status. So here every information or every history is stored in here. Here failed devices record is stored, and here IP address, credentials used, and then classification result, error message, everything will be stored here. Here cancelled, like the completed, why it's cancelled. So like this error message will be showing here, and every information is stored in the status or logs. Then after this step, we can check with the classification. Classification is there, IPs or CIs. So here classification determines the here classification determines what type of device ServiceNow has discovered. So it's an example Windows server, a Linux server, or SNMP server, or router switches. These details will be stored here. So if classification fails, the device may appear as a generic computer, and the correct discovery pattern will not execute here. So if classification fails, or else it's fine. Then check the discovery pattern logs. So after classification, I check whether the discovery pattern executed successfully or not. So pattern log shows the commands executed, or here the failed steps and command outputs or error message. It will be shown. Here the log messages, status failure, like this. Everything will be stored in here command messages in the discovery log. Here status is failure here. So we need to check this way. Then next step is check the identification rules. Under the CMDB, identification rules are there. Here identifiers and like these concepts we need to check these identification rules. So what's it identify? It identifies the serial number, FDQN, or host name, or MAC address. These will be incorrect identification rules can be cause duplicate CA creation. So we need to create carefully. Next one, verify the CA records. For example, so we need to verify the CA list also. So it's a better way to the troubleshooting. So after discovery completes successfully, I verify the CA record in CMDB. So I check whether fields such as the name, IP address, and then operating system, manufacturer, like that. Here, so name, IP address, operating system, manufacturer. So model, it will be there. Last discovered. So have been populated correctly or not, we can check in this. Next, verify the CMDB relationships finally for all CMDB. You can open with the any CA relationships. For example, here I'm opening the mid servers. So I open the CA relationships. Here, I need to validate the CA relationships and dependencies. Here I verify the whether this code CA is properly connected for the applications or databases or services or network issues, network devices. So even if CA creation is successful, missing relationship can impact service mapping and impact analysis. So this is very important for the root cause analysis or impact analysis or service mapping issues. So by adding these techniques to summarize whether a troubleshoot the discovery issue, I follow the sequences. So once again, I'm repeating what's the sequence I am following. So while discovery troubleshooting, first check the discovery status, then mid server status, ECC queue and credentials, device history, classification of CSR, and discovery pattern logs and identification rules, CA verification, CMDB relationship verification. Along with that, I will check the just show here pattern log I already showing. And here discovery message also we'll check the discovery dashboard also we can check with that for troubleshooting of discovery. And status also we can check with discovery performance metrics also we can check with discovery logs check we can check. And ECC queue also check. Discovery message log we can check. And Shazam status also very important for the discovery checking. And then Probe sensors are also very important for the discovery troubleshooting. Compare performance also, we can use the troubleshooting purpose. So these techniques you can verify while troubleshooting discovery. And along with this, mid server also very important. So here mid server issues also very important, and then logs are every information is stored in the logs, and thread count also very important, because in case of it's a thread count also very important for the root cause for the discovery failures. If thread count is more than 50, then it's more chances of issues with the discovery. Agent logs are very important, and agent files are very important. Agent logs means wrapper.log, or agent file means agent log.log. These properties will be find out for the troubleshooting discoveries. I hope you understand this video. If you are facing any doubts, please comment in the comment section. I will clear your doubts. See you in the next video. Thank you. Wish you all the best.